gentlemen, how is it going, everybody? My name is Rex, and this is your Daily Chat, episode 124 for April the 29th, 2016. How is everybody doing today? What's going on?
Microphone activated.
And, of course, as always, because I'm just going to rope him in like a cowboy in the dusk, Devious Furball, hi!
Wait, what?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good, buddy. You sound tired.
I am a little bit tired, but I'm also playing a game and
Which
listening
game?
to the Corptional podcast and, all that good stuff.
They're not on today. It's
No,
Friday.
I'm watching the video.
Oh, dude, I watched that last night, actually, man. TB just went. Did you hit the part about the WoW servers yet?
No, this is the. They don't normally come up that quick. There's normally a few days between the VOD version and.
Yeah, it comes up 2 days after they do the live show.
Yeah.
So it comes up on Thursdays. That's why I watched it last night.
No, I didn't see last night's one now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Yeah, you'll hear it eventually. Well, okay. Well, since you're kind of in the middle of something, then do you want me to leave you alone?
No, that's cool.
You good? Okay, cool. Man, I want to give a big shout out to Dennis, who's in the chat right now. The dude sent me 2 overlays that just look incredible, like absolutely incredible. And in fact, I'll shoot them over to you so you can take a look at them. But they look just fantastic. I was like, wow.
Awesome.
BK, what's going on, baby doll? How you been? It's good to see you again.
BK. How are you?
I can't wait for her to get back to New York so that way she can actually get on Skype again. Because right now it is just like, nope. And I do not know what's up with this particular channel on OBS, but man, it is like, it's like bouncing the bitrate around like super hard compared to my other channels. But yeah, man. So, biggest story that's been going around the internet the last like 24 hours is the banning of Team YouPorn from ESL, the Electronic Sports League.
Yes. That is a thing that happened.
I know everybody's going to come to the same argument, like, why is this banned? And porn is everywhere. Everyone watches porn. And this channel will be no different. Why is it banned and porn is common in everything?
Well, the most obvious, the way it was kind of brushed off, I mean, even I thought it was, a little bit harsh, because they're just sponsored by. They're not personally recommending FAP devices and the like.
It's only a matter of time.
Well, maybe. Perhaps there was some kind of, ad-related sponsorship contract agreement. That if you sponsor a team, you get to run ads or something like that. Obviously, that would be unwise for any ESL kind of
all this did by banning this. All it did was say we're still kind of a kiddie, childish league who's not ready for like adult stuff. Because guess what, porn is about as adult as you're gonna get. Like,
yeah, agreed, but you don't. Just like religion, you don't have to have it forced down your throat all the time.
Oh my god, okay. Tell me one person that you know that just refuses to watch porn. Because outside of the state of Utah,
use the logic now that because someone doesn't watch porn, they're not going to force religion down your throat or something. Seriously, where are you going with this?
I want to know, because it's like they don't want to advertise porn and they don't want to push porn on people. Yeah, who's not already absorbed into the porn culture? Look, I can understand not wanting religion forced on you. That's a different thing. But everybody watches porn.
No, dude. No. They have a public image to uphold. And there's certain things you don't, do in public image.
I'm not saying they're running
you'll
pre-roll
never have
ads.
The Coke Santa Claus whipping it out and throwing himself around the sleigh.
Think how many more units they'd sell.
Christmas Coca-Cola advert. I don't give a fuck how blasé and casual your attitude towards pornography is, it ain't gonna happen that way. There's a way to behave in public and there's a way not to behave. And as such, they don't want to have porn advertised in their kind of things. And it's their tournament, so yeah.
You know, it's funny though, because really, if they had allowed YouPorn as a sponsor, YouPorn itself is probably richer than all of ESL's categories put together. Like, YouPorn makes YouPorn, Pornhub, X Hamster, all those heights make an obscene amount of money. Like, far more than the esports league does. So it's like, you are kicking out a multi-billion-dollar industry because you're worried about what some people in fucking Japan think, or Korea, or whatever it is. Like, I don't see the, like, those sites could have easily covered the cost. In fact, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be shocked at all if YouPorn went and began their own league. Now, because they have the funds to host it. I would not be shocked at all if they went and said, you know what, screw it. The YouPorn Sports League is now up. Did everything freeze on me? Oh, there you are.
Well, even if they did, what difference would it make? I mean, there's...
Can't be banned from your own tournament.
If they're going to, if they're going to try and support this thing, going down the porn route, however you feel about it, is not the way to go. You know, you can only really bring those things in once it's socially acceptable. And despite porn being socially acceptable between us, between friends, and between the real world internet peoples, it's not socially acceptable between the won't somebody think of the children people of the world, which seem to make up most of it. You know, and the people who say, I am a mother, God damn it, and, you know, seem to think that
means anything.
Gives them some kind of right to something.
And you know what? It's amazing how often you'll hear that argument too of, I have children, I need to protect... Like that one hooker who got the Tracer pose removed in Overwatch. It's like, I let my 8-year-old daughter watch me play this. Well, why are you doing that is a better question. Like, it's not Tracer's fault she's in shape and has a nice ass. Like, screw off. For a long time, I was taking screen caps every time somebody would have Tracer in my game and have that pose. I would take a screen cap and just keep tweeting that shit out. Keep tweeting that stuff out because I just wanted to make sure that it was always known that I will always support Tracer's booty.
This is an unfair model of women. Okay, lady or feminazis of the world, let me introduce you to He-Man, the person I grew up with since the fucking 80s. And that's the healthy image of a male, is it?
I'm just saying, he is everything that is a man.
Fuck yourselves and your fucking mentality.
Dude, it's always women, too. I've never seen a guy, like, complain about anything like that. Never once in my life. And for those of you wondering what the picture of masculinity looks like, bam. Oh, god damn it. I have a webcam in the way.
I don't have the stream up, so...
No, that's fine.
What are you doing?
I'm showing a picture of He-Man. Like an artist rendition of He-Man. And he looks just fantastic. Like, man, those abs, right? Them abs.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what he wants to do with his life, then that's great. Yeah.
Hang on one moment. Stupid telemarketers. My kingdom for somebody who can stop telemarketers from calling my house in the middle of my shows. Because it's like they're watching the stream and know when to bother me. And I can't actually, like, and if you're saying, like, get rid of the phone in the office, I can't. I use it for other business.
How about just have it off the hook during?
Because sometimes I have to be in touch for my parents, like my mom and my dad. So if they need me, I need to actually be able to, like, grab the phone right away.
So there isn't a silent, like, blink function?
You would think so, but no, there apparently isn't. Like,
and they have your cell phone as well.
I don't normally keep my cell phone in my office. I keep it in my car. Because I use it so little, I have no need to keep it on me.
But that is a more convenient kind of...
is there more convenient
device?
ways?
Because
yes.
You can set it to vibrate, you can receive messages on it. You know, like if it was a text from Mama Rex saying, get in touch with me quick, it's an emergency.
Oh,
you know,
my mom doesn't
text. Message is going to come through all the time, you know.
My mom does not text her. My mom can't
You
even
can
use a
s-
computer. I mean, like,
You can
legitimately,
set different ringtones. This is why I'm saying a cell is so much better. You can set different ringtones for different people. So if it's an unrecognized number, you can have it just be the normal, like, ringtone.
Yeah.
If it's for people in your address book, you can set any ringtone you want. You know, you can have, I don't know, the Bride of the Valkyries or something. No, you're not that cultured. You can have something by Two Live Crew, like The Sweat from My Balls, or something like that.
Oh, my God! You know what? Hang on. I just found it. Hang on. There we go. Bam! Nailed it. Okay, good. I found the like advanced volume settings now that I was actually looking for it. Okay,
Yeah.
good. We're good now. We're good. I
So we're
figured
going
it
to go
out.
with user error then. It was there all along, you just didn't see it.
It was. I was actually pretty deep in the options menu.
Yeah.
Like I.
Well, for example, like I say, cell phone would be the more advantageous. 'cause
It would be.
You can set ring types for unknown numbers, so you don't even have to pick it up.
Yeah, but like on most landline handsets, they have a volume control on the left side that you can just turn the volume down. But I guess the actual ringtone is controlled by the options menu, not by that volume switch. So, yeah, user error. User error on that one. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I figured it out, so we're good.
And yes, I'm still justifying the fact that us having a cell phone in your office would be much more advantageous.
Yes, it would.
Because you wouldn't even have to pick it up if it was a telemarketer or an unknown number.
That's true. In fact, the only reason all I do is I answer and I disconnect the call right away, just so that way it doesn't keep going to my voicemail. Because there are times I don't check the voicemail and I'll come back and there'll be like freaking like 20 messages there, and it's like, you just won $10,000. It's like, oh god. It's like, stupid. You know, we actually have a lot. Check Twitter real quick. Okie dokie. Let me go check Twitter real quick.
Well, I have finished my game.
Which one?
I was in Paragon.
Oh, you bought that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I didn't even know you had. I knew you had it. I didn't know you bought it. Because I got my key through like the developer, so that's why.
Yeah, I know.
How are you liking it?
You can claim you're a modern media influencer. I can't.
Digital
Influencer. Yeah. You can do all that bullshit. Oh, do I see you doing this stuff for me? Can I have a key
Actually,
for
every
my,
time I did get
compatriot?
you a key,
No,
every time
don't
I
do
did
that.
get you a key, I kept getting, dude, I have so many games. So I kind of just like, well, he has so many games. It's like, I don't really know what to get him anymore. Because remember, I used to
Do you
get two.
the man that has everything.
Well, exactly. It's like I remember I got like I used to try and get 2 keys for everything, like Life is Feudal, what was it? Life is Feudal, and 2 other games I got, and I made sure I got 2 keys, one for each of us. But it's like you always had every game, so it's like I don't know what to get you. It's not that I don't love you.
Give me
I
some
always love you.
SNES audio equipment that you always seem to be getting from these people.
The what?
Give me a graphics card or something from Cooler Master. Or...
As soon as they start producing them, I'll let you know. Oh my god. How do you like Paragon?
It's entertaining. It is nice. I like the balance of characters. A lot of the characters are enjoyable to play as well. It has that whole smite thing going on of counter to various characters and things like that. It's a very pretty game.
It is. It is gorgeous. It's made on
It's
Unreal Engine
slightly
4.
long. They've because it is still in beta. They've recently addressed. This is the kind of like the first big fix to actually shrink the game down a little bit.
Okay.
Because most games would run sort of like, almost up to an hour.
Ugh. Yeah, I know.
And that's pretty,
That's extensive. Like that is.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. Whilst if it was sort of like amazing end to end, like nail biting
like bell to
action
bell
every
kind
inch
of.
of the way, you can probably see that. Take care, Dennis. You could probably see that, but it's not.
No,
So,
it really there was so much downtime in between like big plays. So it was like, oh well.
so they're working on kind of reducing the game time right now. So,
Okay, well that's good actually, because that was my biggest complaint with it is the fact that the game times were so long.
mm,
And like all excessive game time does is make you a little bit more salty than you started off with. Even when you win, because it's like people, because sometimes you just have people who are just giant potatoes, and it's like I really wish you were
well,
just better.
you'll always have that because there's actually two quite distinct demographics in Paragon right now, and that's the PvE group and the larger PvP group.
Hmm.
Um, the thing is there are two very distinct ways to play the game. You know, a lot of people who play PvE are just in it to kind of like, max min the character, find a really good build and things like that, and not be overly pressured. The only method that seems to work in PvP is a 5-man lane gank.
Right.
You charge quite literally down one lane.
Hmm. Yeah, all five of
And,
you, and then
and
you
that's
just
yeah.
you try and kill everyone before they kill you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually speaking of Smite though. I was actually playing that last night till 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I forgot how much fun this game is.
What?
Smite.
Might. Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, like Smite. It was like all I did was play Assault, but oh my god, it's like so much fun. And I don't know, the community doesn't. Now maybe it's only because I played like 10 games. I didn't really get the chance to get a good enough sample size to see like the toxicity of the community, but it did not feel as bad as the last time you and I were there. It felt like it had kind of dialed down just a little bit.
Hmm. And actually, that's another thing on Paragon. The fact that it only really has one game mode right now, and that's the 3-lane game mode. I would like to see other game modes like that are in Paragon, like the arena,
Like in the Smite me?
sorry, yeah, that like Smite, like the arena mode, and I might be tempted into PvP if there was something like arena mode, or that everyone in one lane
Right.
mode.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That
think the
one,
Assault mode is the best mode ever. In fact,
yeah, I can definitely see me taking a punt at PvP in those game modes. In the other game modes, not so much. Well, in its current game mode, not so much.
mhm. Yeah, like in Smite, I only do Assault really because Assault's quick, it's easy, it's you don't have to worry too much about certain things like jungling and leveling up and all that. It's really kind of straightforward in that respect. And for new people, like when you started out, we started off in Assault, and like you have to admit the learning curve wasn't as bad as if I dumped you in a 3-lane map with jungling and all that other stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still a steep learning curve.
Oh yeah, absolutely, but it's not like, but the Assault mode does ease that learning curve just a slight bit. But it's funny
One
though.
thing I will say about Paragon is I don't know what it does or what it does differently. I think it's because it doesn't have recommended builds per se. I mean, it has, like for each character, it will have 2 default builds.
Right.
But because it does have a deck builder in the game, I think it encourages me to experiment. I'm finding myself, like saying, okay, what if I try this character with like a little crit build,
Mm-hmm.
a crit DPS build or something like that. And I think, yeah, I do find myself experimenting more with Paragon than I did with Smite.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't see, that's the one thing I don't like about Paragon though is the deck system. It's like it just adds one more layer of complexity to the game that I just don't feel really needs to be there.
Mm.
Like,
Well, when every current game has some kind of card-based system in it, then you put a card-based system in your game. It's just the fashion right now.
what other games have a card-based system?
Well, actually, quite a few. I mean, well, you'd have the most obvious ones like Hearthstone and things like that.
No, that's a card
But
game.
look at Dirty Bomb and things. You know, like all those have cards that alter your weapons, or not card based per se, but they all have items and stuff that you use to alter your abilities. And
Okay, so like Paladins too
no
has
different.
a card base then.
Yeah, exactly. And even Paladins. What's that other one that's coming out from Gearbox?
Lawbreakers? Battleborn?
No, not Lawbreakers.
Battleborn?
Battleborn, that's the one. That has another similar system. It's not quite card based, but it is on, like loot crates.
Right. Okay.
And these are loot items that give you, various little things. And they're all, it's all kind of to open end your playability.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can feel like you're earning things. You feel like you're getting stuff and progressing, even when you're not.
Right.
It's
supposed to keep you playing, even though you're not like actually doing anything.
Yeah, and that is the fashionable mechanic now.
Mm-hmm.
To have these things in your game, so you can, slightly customize your build and things.
Yeah. I'm okay with isn't Dirty Bomb all cosmetic kind of things though
But
from their cards?
Dirty Bomb's are a little bit more strict. Those things are very much predefined. So I don't know if you like a Deagle as your main pistol. You're gonna have to find a card that has your favorite primary weapon and your favorite secondary weapon and useful skills.
Okay.
All those things combined make for
He-Man.
Well, a difficult thing.
Right.
To actually get.
Okay.
And because they're difficult to get, you've got to spend more time grinding, so on and so forth.
Can't you just buy them with real money?
Only bronze ones.
Really?
Which is, that's the third tier. Beyond bronze, there is no damage advantage at all.
Okay. So it's like everybody can buy the same power level and then just
cosmetic,
customize.
But there are slightly better loadouts at higher levels as well. Sort of like, I don't know, let's say you like a double jump ability.
Mm-hmm.
And because Dirty Bomb's a very movement-based game.
Yes.
If you want a double jump ability, that may only be on one or two cards.
Okay.
So you're going to have to search those cards out. And out of, let's say, 16 cards, with a random chance of, getting any one of those, they're kind of difficult to get.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I might actually give Dirty Bomb another try now. Now that I've played so much Overwatch, now that I'm more used to the fast movement kind of style, I might give Dirty Bomb a second try now. Because that was my biggest issue with it. Was
it's
just the fact that it was just too quick. It was just too quick for me to keep up with. So it's I just ended up sucking all over the place because I could never track where people were going. But I think now that I've played so much Overwatch, it's okay, my eyes are now more used to tracking quick movements. Because Tracer in Overwatch is just blinking all over the place. So it's you almost have to not even be looking, but almost like Zen movie mode it, where it's you know that they're going to be appearing behind you before they get there, so you turn around and get ready to shoot them kind of thing. So I think I might be able to handle Dirty Bomb again, and I'm going to give it another shot.
Well, it's like I say, it is actually a good game. Out of all the fast-paced shooters out there, Dirty Bomb, in my humble opinion, is the best of them all.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. This is Overwatch aside, because it hasn't been released yet,
right.
And I haven't played Overwatch yet. But, if you want a fast-paced Twitch shooter with some very entertaining individual mechanics. So, for example, one person is sort of like an area denial type, another person is sort of like a heavy gun type, another person is a healer, and all that kind of stuff. Then Dirty Bomb's the best that you can do, in my opinion.
Well, I know BK enjoyed Dirty Bomb quite a bit. Oh, sorry. I just woke up not that long ago, so I'm still like kind of getting through my morning day, like just craptasticness. I man, I've only been off school for 2 days. I'm already in like over it. Oh snaps! I like to play Dirty Bomb every now and then. Yeah, Three Fingers. Like I could. Yeah,
It's a fun little blast. It really is.
Yeah, and of
Could I
course,
see
like you're
myself
making a
playing it
name for yourself.
24/7? No.
Pardon?
Could I see myself playing it 24/7? No. I'm a gamer who likes variety and likes to switch between games. But Dirty Bomb is a fun game.
Hence why your Steam account is worth almost twice as much as mine, and my account is worth over $6,000.
I like variety.
He likes his variety a lot. He likes his variety. He likes his games like he likes his women. Multiples of all the types that he can possibly get a hold of. Right, buddy?
Chance would be a fine thing.
Speaking of Overwatch, for those of you who pre-ordered your collector's editions and I guess your peasant editions as well, your keys have finally arrived in your inbox as of this morning. One for you, one for your friend. Now, if you already have Overwatch beta, like prior to this email, I am not sure if you still have to redeem your code or not. Because the system had flagged you already for having beta, so it's like, well, you might just, you might have 2 spare keys then. That you can just kind of give away. So, I'm gonna see, I'll probably try and contact the community manager for Overwatch later today and see if I can get some information out about that. Because it's like, well, if I have 2 free keys, then, you know, I can give 2 to friends. Like, I was going to give 1 to you, but you apparently already bought the game.
I have.
But see, I was thinking of you.
The beta goes live on...
The 5th!
Is the 5th.
The 5th.
Yeah.
Meaning, I go back to school, I believe, on the 4th. I have class on the 4th. I'm off on the 5th, because my class only runs Monday, Wednesday. So... Class on the 4th, off on the 5th through the, what the hell is that, the 9th? So yeah, if I'm off until then, I know I'm playing with people all weekend. I'm expecting you to kind of be in that loop too.
I'll probably be around playing it, yeah.
Like I know, like I bought Dreadnought that after the last show that we did on Wednesday. And because I was trying to get this review revisit done for this audio interface I reviewed like 8 months ago. And that review has been the biggest pain in the butt to ever do. I'm almost considering just scrapping the idea because it's been giving me so many headaches that
Really?
I have legitimately not even opened the Dreadnought launcher to launch the game yet because I've been so busy with this review and it's still not done. Like the review is still going on. I'm like, this is becoming ridiculous. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I got enough comments where people pointed out enough things where I'm like, you know what? You're right. This was kind of biased. This was a little bit inaccurate. I'm going to come back and revisit the unit with fresh eyes and all that and kind of just take it anew. I don't know if you already talked about it, but have you played, and what are your thoughts on The Division? We'll talk about that in a second.
No. Hey, Jenks.
Hey, Jenks. But yeah, so like, I haven't even played Dreadnought, and I want to play Dreadnought so badly. It looks so good. Especially when you drop $56 Canadian on it. I really want to play the game. By the way, that Canadian dollar still killing me right now. Still just absolutely killing me. Can't buy anything right now. You overpay for everything by at least 40% right now. It's just, oh God, I hate my country so much.
So tell me. We're going to get to that, Jenks. We are going to get to that.
But yeah.
Yeah, so why is this review taking so long?
Because like I'll record some parts. I'm like, okay, I don't like how that was stated, or that's coming off as biased. So I come back and I reshoot it, and I go back and review it again. I reshoot it, review it, and it's just I'm trying to make sure I come at this at a fair and even approach and don't let my last review kind of color my vision on it. So like I'm trying to make this review just fair and balanced. That's all. And it's just like and I'm trying to debate whether I should compare it to the Scarlett 2i2 or, should I just make it as a standalone. Pardon?
Which actual piece of equipment are you reviewing?
The M Audio M Track interface.
Okay.
It did not fare well when
I was going to say it's a meh piece of equipment.
That's really kind of it's a meh piece of equipment. Let's put it this way: it performs like $100 interface.
I mean, the most important things you want to know is, does it have 48-volt phantom power?
Yes.
Can you use XLR and
Combi
jack
ports.
plugs?
Yes.
Are they combo ports? Can you monitor on it? And
kinda.
Essentially, what is the SNR? Because the SNR is what separates the men from the boys. The signal to noise ratio is essential.
That right there is the problem. The SNR, or for what you guys are hearing, is sound to noise ratio, meaning how much like bzzz are you hearing in the back of the mic line. That is huge.
You see, the thing is sort of like you can buy $1,000 preamp, right, with fucking no features on it whatsoever, but also with a damn near zero SNR.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why professionals like it, and that's why professional audio is so ridiculously expensive.
Yes.
It's not because it is featureless or anything like that. It's because it does one job fucking brilliantly.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And that's it.
But that's how professional gear goes.
The more things you have in that signal chain, the more chance you have of coloring that signal.
Yes. This is why studio will have like 80 bazillion separate pieces of equipment. Because each one only does one specific function.
Yeah.
And but the SNR is really also the kind of biggest problem. And like, the biggest thing I have with it is the fact that you have to turn the gain up to over 80% to just get a readout feed on the levels. Like 80% just to get it to break through that threshold. I'm like, that is ridiculous, man. Like, how can you even let that out the door? Because that is not good for anything.
No, but again,
so
if you're dealing with a decent mic, decent preamp, and things like that, then I mean, what is it? Is it a preamp / interface, or is it just an interface?
It's like the 2i2. It's just like the 2i2.
Well, you see, the 2i2 is a preamp and interface. Yeah,
but that's what this is too. It's made by M Audio, and it's $100. And I hate to say it this way, but it performs like $100 interface.
Yeah, don't buy it. Buy the Focusrite.
The one good thing about it though is the body on it is super durable. Like, I legitimately dropped it in the video, like from this height, didn't do anything to the body. Like, just the body is bulletproof in that respect, which is awesome. But I'd still say it's less bulletproof than the 2i2.
I'd say if you're dropping your fucking audio equipment, then you're doing something wrong.
Yes, well, unfortunately,
because you treat every piece of audio equipment like a very fragile little child.
You should.
Like they're made of glass.
You should, but unfortunately, though, that's not a lot of people.
Ridiculously expensive.
Mm-hmm. But the main reason why I dropped it is because a lot of these things are made for like on the go kind of travel for like some musicians. So while you might not be dropping it, bouncing around in your bag, hitting other equipment, eventually you'll simulate that kind of wear and tear. So that was the main reason for it. But yeah, so that's what's been eating up all of my time lately, and then there's still like other reviews that are on the docket, but nothing major. Like, the only reason this one's eating up so much time is because it's the exact same unit I reviewed the first time, because I sold it to my friend, so I got her to give it back to me so I could revisit this review. And I promised her I'd get the unit back to her ASAP, so that's why it's been like so much on my mind and so much on my time, because I'm just trying to get the unit back to my friend. And moving from one bad company of M Audio to another bad company of Ubisoft. Do you see that transition there? That's called pro right there.
It's Ubisoft.
What'd I say?
Ubisoft.
Yeah, Ubisoft.
Yeah, it's not Ubisoft.
Okay, so moving from
Are
one
you
crap
French
company to
Canadian?
another crap company, The Division.
Oh no! Let's start off with this one. Are you French Canadian?
I'm sorry.
Exactly. They're the only people on this planet allowed to call it Ubisoft.
Okay, you know what? I will tell you this right now. Canada doesn't want French Canadians. They're like
no.
our version of the Scots right now. We want them gone. In fact, if we could, we should ban poutine just because we know they like it. No,
They like poutine?
Pardon?
Are we on about poutine or poutine? Because I
Poutine.
don't know what poutine is. All right. Okay.
Poutine is fries with cheese and gravy. It's a very, very Canadian dish.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure it was invented in Quebec, and because we know that they like it, we should ban it. Just try and get rid of them as fast as we can. Like, you know how you guys banned the kilt? Way back in
The kilts aren't banned.
Not anymore. They were at one point. And you banned it just because you knew the Scots liked it. I learned that from John Oliver.
Your information is obviously flawless then.
That man is a saint. Are you not a fan of John Oliver?
Anywho, yes, Ubisoft.
The Division.
Yes.
I will say this. The Division performed better on Twitch than I thought it was going to. Like, I really...
The Division performed, actually, in general, better than I thought it would. I mean, its bugs... It's had a few game breakers. But still, a lot of the bugs, the majority of them, have just been poor graphical glitches and things like that. Nothing really horrific. Not what I would expect. It's not been Watch Dogs.
I honestly don't know if Ubisoft could have survived releasing another Watch Dogs. Like, that game hurt them a lot.
Well, yeah, and with good reason.
So, Division came out, like, what, 2 months ago?
Yes.
It is still holding a very stable third row on Twitch at 9,000 viewers, and that's consistent.
Well, let's just say that that's because of its multiplayer aspect, rather than its
but it's still holding.
Very, very boring solo player aspect.
Right, but it's still holding though. That's the big thing, is the fact that so many games like XCOM 2, Far Cry Primal, what else came out? Something else. All of those games have dropped to like 70 viewers on Twitch. Whereas this game is still holding, whether it be because of cross-platform, because of the multiplayer, it's still holding. And it's still... And why am I focusing on Twitch and why Devious is focusing on the gameplay is because he's looking at it from a regular person. I'm looking at it from a marketing standpoint. Of you're holding stay at 9,000 viewers, you still have people coming in and exposing themselves to your game. Which...
Bad game.
Pardon?
Spoiler alert. I've let slip what I think of the game. Oh dear.
So, okay, let's talk into the gameplay. Let's move into the gameplay, because now my playtime with the Division has been limited at the very best. Like, I've only played it like a handful of times, whereas you've actually extensively played it.
Yeah. My kind of problem is almost with the developers. They hide behind this RPG argument, yes?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you can sit there and shoot some baseball cap wearing oik 50 times in the face and them not die. Okay, so what they have is some very bizarre bullet sponge mechanic. Well, it's not bizarre, it's as old as the hills, but why is it in this fucking game, a AAA title?
Right.
So, you've got this bullet sponge mechanic. Fair enough. But they're bringing in real world weapons because it's supposed to be near future. The whole Tom Clancy universe is, kind of an alternate future. It's sort of like 5 years in the future, 10 years in the future. It's near future stuff. It's not now. It's sort of like just a little bit ahead to make, like the various technologies believable and, like operatable, but without the world changing, as a result. So, yeah, it needs to be. So they hide behind this. Oh, but it's it's the Tom Clancy universe is real. No, if they'd done it in the World of Warcraft universe, we could have been fighting dragons, orcs, fucking elves, fucking everything. But no, I've got to fight 90 million. Just an infinite amount of fucking hoodie-wearing fucking oiks, and it's fucking boring.
Oh, that's funny. You mean to tell me you don't like the Dark Zone where you can go rogue and everyone will just, like, destroy you?
Oh, yeah, the Dark Zone. The Dark Zone, where they still haven't fixed the exploits that are freely available online. Why anyone would even set foot into the fucking Dark Zone when even I can find fucking exploits online and, max out my fucking gun damage, to like 1 million fucking DPS or something ridiculous like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the developers have said, oh, we're going to take a firm standpoint on this and, and ban people and things like that. And no one has yet been banned.
Oh, but that's Ubisoft for you, though, man. Ubisoft doesn't ban anyone, though. Like, they're so bad. They're probably worse at keeping track of hackers and people in their games that do that type of stuff than EA is. And EA is awful. Like, EA doesn't ban anyone. Or at least if they do, all you gotta do is buy another copy of the game and you're up and running again.
Well, yeah.
By the way, thank you
Standard
so
procedure.
much to you did not put me your screen name in here. Thank you for the tip, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I got €1.
Ooh, check
Which is like $1 million Canadian dollars right now.
That's like 10,000 Canadian dib-dubs, isn't it?
Like I can finally go out and finally eat again because that is worth more money than all the Canadian currency in the world put together right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the richest man in Canada.
That's right. Snake Eye says they fixed the talent stacking.
Oh, right. They fixed the talent stacking bug. But are you familiar with the quick switch bug?
No, I'm not.
Okay, there is a bug that I'm unsure it may have been fixed by now. But there is another bug that basically, if you switch incredibly quickly, well, not incredibly quickly, you just have to switch it lots and lots and lots of times. And if you have the talented, is it talented?
Oh no, he's saying that is the quick switch bug.
Oh no, there's another one. The weapon mod. Oh, I'm trying to remember the word for it now. It'll come to me anyway. But anyway, you have to have this thing, and what this thing does is it boosts your damage every time you use an ability. Obviously, with the cooldown. So if you've got 10 DPS, you use an ability, it ups your ability by like 10% or something like that. You're now doing 11 DPS, right? Okay, great. Thing is, you can switch between your weapons quite a lot. Switch out, use your ability and fire your gun. Then switch back. Your DPS will stay increased.
Oh, so it's a damage stacking bug.
Yeah, it's a damage stack. Thing is it doesn't stack between like zone loads and things like that. So if you were to go into the dark zone or something like that, you'd have to go through this whole procedure again.
Okay.
But
it's
just like a dupe.
Get Gotcha.
You just jig around with the menu, switch out, use an ability. It puts the boost stat on, and it kind of stacks that
Right. Okay.
DPS.
I'm curious to know if BK, do you play Division? Because she's all about that Tom Clancy life. So I'm kind of curious to know if she plays it and how she feels about that game. Because everyone knows how you and I both feel about Ubisoft, whatever, French Canada. Like, you and I both agree that they should pretty much just be buried into the ground by now.
Most of them, yeah.
Like, what was their last quality game that came out? Oh,
well, that's the thing. That's the strange thing. They have some excellent licenses. Their licenses are absolutely brilliant.
Like what, the Assassin's Creed franchise?
Yeah.
Okay, so
the license itself is great. That story, that concept.
Yes.
Just because they've ran it into the ground doesn't mean the license itself is bad.
It's funny because I remember when Assassin's Creed 1 came out, actually Naraxi and I were in college. We went to college together. And him and I, we were standing in the cafeteria, we were getting lunch, and he was like, dude, you gotta check out this game Assassin's Creed. It's really cool. It's like all this other stuff. And I'm like, you know what? That does sound like a really neat idea. I'm pretty sure I bashed it at some point because that's what I do. But I'm sure I know it was a neat idea because I'm like, the concept seems really cool. And over the years from that point, we were still in college together when Assassin's Creed 2 came out, and that was already kind of like the slippery slope downhill off that cliff face. Because I remember even he was saying, he's like, this one's not as good. And it just got worse and worse and worse throughout. Where now it's like, you hear Assassin's Creed, it's like, like what? Like, okay, look, I'm gonna show you guys my desktop right now, okay? Right here.
And thank you for the heads up, Snake Eyes. But yes, that was another bug.
Right here, Assassin's Creed 1, 2, 3, Revelations, 4, Chronicles, Rogue, Brotherhood. I have all of them. And they're all the same game. Oh my god, it's Batgirl. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Batgirl. Hi. How you doing?
Batgirl.
He's based on melt in your mouth, caramel delicious. I forgot I said that. Oh my god. It's so good to see you, Batgirl.
Hey, Batgirl.
We're actually just talking about you on Wednesday. Well, Devious was.
That's very true.
He was bad-mouthing you, but I defended you. I got your back.
Really?
If that's what it takes to make me look good, yes, I will straight chuck you.
Throwing your friend under the bus. I see.
I know for a fact, if I didn't do it to you, you would do it to me in a heartbeat. All I hear is that.
I mean, Batgirl can go back and check the VOD. I just said she was batshit crazy.
Oh my god, it's good to see you. But yeah, no, like, Assassin's Creed is just, like, it's, once again, fantastic property, like you said. But it's the same game every time, and they've just ran that into the ground too.
Yes, very much so. I mean, but let me get on to my general feeling of AAA titles right now.
Sure thing.
My general feeling of AAA titles is meh. Now, hear me out when I say this. I'm going to try and explain it. Because AAA titles all seem to be watered down. Oh, bless Batgirl. Because AAA titles are all kind of watered down to the lowest common denominator, they all seem to be kind of boring. I mean, look at Quantum Break, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, that title, okay, not only did they make it a Windows 10 exclusive, so it's effectively not a PC release. Fucking idiots. But, yeah, I mean, it's a mechanic that has been done like a million times before and done better. Bullet time has been done better in every place ever.
Yeah.
But they've tried to do this movie thing with it,
It's
and it's
interesting to watch. It is a cool game to just watch. I will openly admit that. It's like a
well, then you go into sort of like, oh, the between the film, cutscenes, and where it switches back to game, where you kind of stir this hollow-eyed fucking face, and you're right in the middle of the uncanny valley there. And you're familiar with that saying, right?
yes, I am. Yeah.
Yeah. So for those in chat that don't know what the uncanny valley is, it's the more realistic and humanized faces that are given to robots and cyborgs and basically computer generated devices, the more lifeless and the more creepy they look. They don't have. It's like they genuinely miss that spark of life, and the more dead they seem. Like how like a waxwork
Mm-hmm.
kind of model of someone looks like them, but looks creepy enough at the same time. Those kind of things are what's called the uncanny valley, and that's the human kind of perception of of looking at something that is supposed to be real but isn't.
Yeah.
And it just tends to be creepy rather than actually, looking real.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the big fucking problems in that game as well. Because you just switch back to this character and you switch from live action to fucking
Gameplay.
You don't. It blurs the like, yeah. Oh my god! And the cutscenes themselves. You might as well just put the controller down and leave.
Okay.
Because the amount of time it takes to get them, to get anywhere expositionally, and tell you what's going on in the story, because it's made like a fucking third-rate fucking afternoon drama for housewives.
Whoa! I'm gonna stop you right there. That is a good like. If that game was just a straight movie, would have been a blockbuster hit. That game, that the cutscenes that formed the movie together in the story, fantastic idea. Loved the idea. It's been done before, but I loved the idea. The gameplay,
Jumper
I
did it.
totally
And that
agree
was a
with
bad
you.
film as well.
Pardon?
Jumper.
Okay, yes, but that's because it also had Bruce Willis in it, and Bruce Willis is just fantastic in everything. He's like a white Morgan Freeman. He's like you.
He might be fantastic, but the film itself was still crap.
Probably, but the story of Quantum Break, I will openly admit I liked it. I watched a streamer play it from start to finish the day it came out, and I loved every second of watching it. Now, I will not have played that game at all. That game
How
looked
did you
awful.
feel about the actual... I mean, okay, you've watched the game.
Yes.
How entertaining was the gameplay?
I will be openly honest. I went and played Hearthstone while the gameplay was going on until I saw the movie start up again, and then I unmuted the stream. Like, I thought the gameplay looked super boring. And I said that just a second ago. I said I liked the movie. I did not like the gameplay.
Well, anywho, like getting back on that general subject before we go back to Ubisoft and the Division.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, all the AAA titles I've seemed to find recently, all seem to have been watered down to the lowest common denominator, so that they're not compelling enough anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like The Witcher simply because it's a completely alternate reality.
Yeah.
You can do what you like in that alternate reality. Come back to the Division, where it's set in the real world with real people, but you're trying to make it RPG, so you're shooting a hoodie. Again, I keep coming back to this argument, but it's fucking annoying.
You would not survive in Florida. If you don't like kids in hoodies, you would not survive in Florida. It's like, I don't know, like, you seem to be so obsessed with this concept of, like, the fact that the models are not, like, engaging. But, like you said, it's only set to near future, not future. So it's not like humanity's evolved into, like, Fallout 4 style monsters.
Exactly.
But is that what you're looking for? Or are you looking more for
No,
Fallout?
that's its limitation. Okay, if they'd have turned around and said, we're going to bring out an RPG, then great. You could, again, like I say, you could have had dragons, you could have had, skeletons, you could have had like this Skyrim.
Yeah.
I mean, if they'd done a Skyrim version of
The Division?
The Division, fucking epic. I can't have imagined, like then the RPG mechanics take, that actually work.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you put it in the realm with real people and you're hitting someone in the face with a large caliber 305 sniper rifle and they just stand there it's the setting that they chose. They chose the Tom Clancy license as a shameless cash-in.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Oh, there was another game that did that. Where, like, if it had been a standalone game, it would have had, like, no merit, but it only sold well because it had, like, this licensed property on it. And I cannot remember what game I'm talking about now, but I know it was recent. But keep talking. I'm thinking. Maybe it was a Warhammer game. I think it was. I think it was a Warhammer game that came out. Where it's like, if it had not...
Possibly. Their licenses have been used and abused. Lots of minor studios have gotten on board with those games and not done them justice. They haven't done the license justice. It's not been the Warhammer universe and as expansive or as fantastical as the books and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Sorry, keep talking for a quick second. With the computers. This came in, I gotta quickly answer this.
I'm reading Batgirl's comments.
Yeah.
I need to say something real dumb so I can re-say it.
Yes, because apparently all the quotes she has are for me. They're all for me. Oh. So say something, but see, here's the problem with Devious. Devious could say the dumbest thing in the world, but because he's British, and because he sounds like he does, it will never sound stupid like if I say it. Like that's just how things kind of work. Like he could, like, if I say,
BK is the favorite today. I've been demoted.
if like Devious comes out and says, like, if I come out and say, sorry, like, like, my penis is tiny and, like, I'll be alone for the rest of my life. And Devious says that, when I say it, it sounds like, it's like, haha, you're gonna be alone forever. When he says it, it's like, oh, like, can I get you something? Like, you can't, Devious can't say anything wrong. It just, he's Devious.
I can, you just don't know me well enough.
That's because everything you say is stupid. Wow. Just...
Shots fired, Jenks. Shots fired.
Really? Like... I'm going to have to get, like, little, like,
he's
bullet
watched the show enough. So
Pardon?
He's watched the show enough, so...
Yeah. No, I say that's true.
I called you a rude term, Batgirl. Batshit crazy. Rude, accurate.
Oh! I think I peed a little. Wow.
I love you, Batgirl. I love your little craziness and eccentricities.
I
know, I was married to someone like you.
This is you can't finish his own sentences half the time. Hey, you know what? It's not Devious. His brain is so hyperactive that he's always thinking about other stuff. Okay, that's how geniuses work. That's why we get along. Right, buddy? Pound it. Give it to me. Come on, Devious. I'm not getting pounded. Hang on, wait. I think I have a tumbleweed around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's put Tom Clancy's fucking thing to bed. It's okay. This is the thing. It is okay. And for a title that is using the that is not only using the Tom Clancy title, but is the AAA brainchild from Ubisoft. It doesn't get to be okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it needs to be better than that. I mean, I would I recommend someone to play it? That's a strange thing because honestly, I could see better games out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, I'd suggest that even a handful of games recently that I would rather someone go and play than The Division. But again, I'm not saying The Division is a bad game. Just
It's not a bad game. It just wasn't well executed.
Yeah, it's not a bad game, but it should be better. I keep getting this feeling that
like they dropped the ball.
Again, I can't really say they dropped the ball because the game isn't like really broken. It's just shooting these hoodies in the face, rinse and repeat till max level.
Yeah.
There's not even a real story to the game, and that's something else that's kind of annoying as well. I mean, yes, there's some wonderful little snippets, and I did actually say this when I was in the beta. There was this lovely little snippet about, and it was proper creepy as well. This guy who'd been convicted of murder,
okay,
had been sent to prison, and because all like the communications, because of the disease and because of the blackout and everything like that, he was able to get through to his ex-wife and or to his wife, and said, "I'll be coming to visit you soon." And just this little thing was, just like incredibly sinister. That would have been if this was in The Witcher. That would have been a fucking half an hour, side quest in itself.
Right.
With lots of lovely backstory. That would have been fucking The Division's Bloody Baron storyline. That would have been awesome. It was dark, it was creepy, it was strangely affectionate at the same time. It was really weird. And this was just this tiny little bit of text that you pick up, from wandering around and stuff like that. These things weren't taken advantage of at all. So it's a bit of a strange thing. It's certainly not my cup of tea. Would I stop anyone from playing it? No, it's not a bad game.
Friends don't let friends play The Division.
But I certainly wouldn't call it a good game, and it's definitely not a great game.
Friends don't let friends play The Division.
So yeah, that's my opinion on The Division.
Are you reading chat right now? Like, Batgirl here, BK, Rex having a Tic Tac dick is confirmed. What's a Tic Tac dick? A dick the size of a Tic Tac. Many Tic Tacs are just one. Like, BK and I are supposed to be friends. I could have sworn that her and I were like friends. Like, like you and I are friends. And no, instead I now have Tic Tac dick, and apparently I'm just a sad disappointment for every woman in the world.
Well, there is a plus side to it.
Hang on.
Rex.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every time you got a blowjob, they'd always be minty fresh.
Oh, God. Oh, God, that's funny. Rex is ugly, has a tiny dick, and all of his friends are on the internet. Internet friends are the best friends you can have. You never have to say. You never actually have to say goodbye to them because even when they move away, they're still reachable. I can talk to them and abandon them whenever I feel like, and they can do the same to me. And you know what? We all share a common interest of the internet and porn. So we're good. I'm happy with my internet friends. Devious, I respect you.
Rex.
Yes?
No, that's it.
Hang on, let me do the feels bad pose again. Oh my God.
I mean, it's sort of like, let me give you an example of what I think has been a very bizarrely entertaining game. Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. It's like a dark Phoenix Wright game.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely loved it. I've got to be honest. I've been really enjoying playing that. And then, just dumb shit like Holy Potatoes, a weapon shop. I would rather play either of those two games than The Division.
Okay.
I mean, even in co-op, it's not that great.
Right. No, I can appreciate that.
I bought it so I could play with Nathan, and I'm the kind of guy who will go, if it's a co-op game, it automatically gets a +1 because there just aren't enough co-op games out there, in my humble opinion.
Oh, quick side note. Speaking of Nathan, when you, me, and Nathan did that last episode of the Daily Chat, which was like 3 months ago, please let Nathan know that he now has a fan. She is also a fan of you.
Okay.
And Nathan might be slightly more popular than you.
Okay.
Just let him know that he got a fan on his very first cast, and, congrats. Because
cool.
I host the goddamn channel, and I don't have fans. I don't have fans the way you two have fans. I don't have groupie fans. So, congratulations to you both. I hate you both. And yeah,
okay.
Moving on. Just wanted to let you know that that each of you now has a groupie. If Devious has a tiny dick, he could get chicks with his voice. Rex, take lessons. Edge and Tech, man, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? Oh, the salt. Oh my god, the salt is so real right now. Can you see it eating away at me like a rusty car? Cause yeah, that's how it feels right now. And if it's an Ubi, it gets a minus score. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break to go take a piss. Are you good?
I'd kind of like to fill up my flask.
Okay, you go fill up your flask. We're gonna be right back, or at least I'm gonna be back in maybe a minute. So, give me a sec. I'll be right back, guys. Here is some music. Wow, that song is still going this entire time. Why did no one tell me? Okay, I'll be back. There we go. What's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Wooly, how you doing, man? Why did I make art? Actually, Batgirl, your art is in my opening intro. It's actually one of the images I use. I'm a huge fan of the art you guys made me. And by the way, if any of you guys have artistic skills, by all means, don't. Twitch is best on partner streamer. Damn straight, man. All day, every day. Don't even need to care what other people think about that. I know it's true. You said I wasn't a fan. Of course you're a fan. You're just a more fan of Devious than you are of me. But of course you're a fan. Come on, how could you not be a fan of the salty brown goodness that is the caramel in your mouth? So, Devious, are you back? Nope, Devious is not back. Okay. So anyways, guys, let's take time to catch up and see what you guys I will draw a stick man with a tic-tac tick. You do remember? Oh yeah, Wooly, I remember you. I remember pretty much all the people who come through here. Name changes. Yeah, actually, coming back, I'm noticing a few of my viewers have name changes because of either reports or abuse or whatever. So yeah, man. But no, I remember you. It's good to see. I'm glad so many of you guys came back to the channel because, I've been gone for 4 months. It's I didn't really know how to expect it. I really thought I was gonna have to climb my way back up to it. So Stickman being small, will that even be visible? I miss my old man. Oh, feels bad, man. Feels bad. It's not as much fun without DVs here, but when we do that, we're gonna do the climb to the top. Are you back? No? Okay. Batgirl, she is nice to look at. She's the only stream member with balls, and she's not an a-hole. That's your Rex. I just changed my name because I wanted an image. I wanted an image on the internet. Everyone likes your name, yeah, dude. I don't know who doesn't like your name, man. Can you really climb your way back up when you never left rock bottom? Oh! Oh, dude. Oh, hang on, wait, where is it? Hang on. That's like a triple feels bad, man, right there, man. That's a triple feels bad. Like, oh, I feel bad now. Oh, dude, the savage comments, man. They're cutting deep into my soul. Why? Why won't you people love me like you love your spouses? Your new best friend. Yeah, really he is. Clearly he's trying to race to the top of my best friends list by cutting me deep. So it's nice now. I have, you know, a channel of people who all treat me like soda poppin'. That's just ducky. Good job, team. Soul, what soul? Hey, I'm not a ginger Naraxi, okay? I have a soul. I don't have a spouse. Yeah, and Batgirl, you never will. Based on how you treat me. Good luck trying to attract a man. Let me, when you're in the gutter, the only way up is to the stars. Yeah. I must tell you on my phone, your video is not following the audio. Yeah, that happens every now and then. I'm looking at it right now, and there is like a 0.3 second delay. And what's actually causing that is it's a mix of OBS and a mix of a side project that we're still kind of working the bugs out on. So I'm going to have to resync the audio back. And in fact, actually, I'm glad you brought it up because here, I can do this now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now that I got that, now I can actually go sync it up in post. And when I put the archive up on YouTube, you guys will have proper syncing. At least we're all on the same page. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, guys. OBS tends to break like that. In fact, actually, I think probably tonight I'll switch over to OBS Studio. I've been kind of hemming and hawing on it, and I really do want to kind of switch over because I'm pretty sure they're phasing out OBS normal really soon here. Like in the next 3-4 months, they're going to be phasing it out altogether. So they're going to switch everyone to OBS Studio, which I'm okay with. Oh, you went back to OBS? I thought you were using XSplit. I have XSplit. I formatted my computer, so I don't have it on it right now because I need to show people how to set up XSplit, and I don't want to set it up, have to take everything apart, and then reset it up for the video, so I'm just going to do it all in one big shot. Killer Ked, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? I was talking about the alone comment. Oh, okay. Oh, the sewers just swim upstream, face first into shit. Dude, face first into shit, that's pretty much the motto of Twitch. Have you seen Twitch viewership across all the major channels? That's really the motto. Oh my god. But I'm asleep, gotta do things tomorrow. Have a good night, Richard, man. I appreciate you coming in, man. I appreciate you coming in. Always, man. Thank you so much, guys. So let's get the next little segment here loaded up, because this is really kind of one of the reasons people come into this channel is for this thing. Good lord. That is, who the hell is Gronk? Okay, we'll have to talk. We're gonna do this as soon as Devious gets back. So yeah, so how are you guys all been doing? What have you guys been doing the last 4 months? Let's all catch up. Come on, big round table. Everybody sit down. Just come on, grab a seat around the Rexy. Tell Rexy about your day. I want to know all things. It's like anal for you. Yes, exactly. I know some of you guys have been staying busy as balls with work and everything, but what's the rest of you guys been up? Got to be one of the coolest games coming out right now. And it's only in early access, I believe. I don't even think it's out. Starting my own website, my own web hosting company. Oh, really? Cool, Janks, man. That's awesome. Good for you. It's good to take that entrepreneurship kind of approach to things. That's what I've been doing. And it's a lot of work, isn't it? Like, trying to start your own business and trying to get it up and running and solvent is... Man, you get a lot of sleepless nights. Don't know, I had no school today. Hey, days off, Killer Ked, man. Take them while you got them. Not gonna get a lot of those as an adult. Or some variation of that language. This is a quote, I missed it. Oh, God. But yeah, BK's been busy with work. That's always good. I know. I know you're getting ready for some moving and all that other stuff. So good for you. What's sleep? Sleep is not something you get a lot of. I've no interest in Dreadnought, to be honest. It doesn't seem worth the money. You know, admittedly, I have not played it. I own it. I've installed it. I have not played it yet. But Devious is somebody who I know plays a lot of games, and he gives me a lot of good information, and he says it was worth picking up, so I picked it up. Also been getting way into photography. Really, BK, you're playing Black Desert Online. Wow, I never pictured you ever in my life playing an MMO. That just seems like not something I ever saw, because you're so into your shooting games. Like, wow, I had no idea. Is Dreadnought Fractured Space? I don't know what that means. I'm not entirely sure about what that means. So, like, is Fractured Space a game or a movie? Let me look it up here. Fractured Space. Basically, Fractured Space. Oh, yeah, it looks that way. Yeah, it kind of looks like Fractured Space. Dude, Fractured Space looks pretty cool, though. For only $10, not too terrible. Mostly positive reviews, came out in 2014. You know, that's a big thing with early access that I'm really getting sick and tired about, is these games come out for years and years and years at a time, and they never get pushed into release. And it's becoming very, very frustrating, because, like, it's burnt that bridge for what could have been a stepping stone for, like, companies to kind of get up and get running. Instead, people now look at early access with this a large amount of disdain and just mistrust.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm back, by the way.
Yes, thank you.
I'm back, Batgirl. It's okay. I've filled my flask with a lovely mocha, and I'm back.
Where did he go to fill his flask? You know, I would, if I ever had the funds to bring Devious over to Canada, even for just a weekend, I totally would, just so we could do a show sitting side by side. Because the groping would be so real.
Jinx knows I'm a raspberry ripple, so I'm not so fast on my feet anymore, not so spry on my toes. But yes, Fractured Space, very similar. Essentially, it's like a lot of games companies do. They hear an announcement of a rather spiffy game title and rush like crazy to get it out in time. Much like Dreadnought. Dreadnought's been around for a while. Fractured Space is being rushed through the doors at a similar pace. And yeah, 5v5 space battle. Anyone with an appreciation for the not War Thunder.
Warframe?
Nope. The tank and World of Warships, the World of games. That's
Okay.
it. So
You mean the Germany-centric level of games that like only they seem to really care about?
Well, actually, they're quite multicultural, but yeah, they do have a large German following as well. Yes, those games very, very popular. Very popular in the Sim Brigade as well. Honestly, these games do quite well to condense down this kind of large-scale battle by adding these powers and abilities, which is a bit... well, it would be strange if it wasn't just like some sci-fi kind of thing. So yeah, they actually make them just that little bit more fun and that little bit more entertaining.
Right.
What else was I going to mention? Oh yeah. Anyone heard of Friday the 13th, the game?
mean the old like 1980s one?
No, the new one. The asymmetrical survival horror one.
Asymmetrical, yes, because after Evolve, that's the word everybody wants to hear is the word asymmetrical.
Well, the idea of this is one person gets to play Jason, and everyone else has to survive.
Yeah, I
Pretty
can.
awesome. Hey, pretty awesome concept, I think. I like the idea of that. But there is also another game that has followed ilk, that basically heard the announcement and thought, wow, that's a fucking awesome idea. Let's make a game like this. And let's have a look in my recents. It should be in there.
Just who here would actually like
It's called Dead by Daylight, by the way.
another asymmetrical shoot or game?
Yeah, it's another asymmetrical survival site, survival game.
Those are two words you always want to hear together right now in today's gaming space is asymmetrical and survival. Just, that can only mean like cha-ching cash grab. Show DV's face or Riot. No problem. Here you go. Boom, there's DV's face. You're welcome.
Solved.
Solved.
That was quick.
Yes, I know, right? Anorexia broken foot. Sound like Rex's sex life. Oh. I'm just gonna go cry in the corner. Just show's not for you. Hang on. No.
Don't worry about it, dude. I mean,
No, the show is now yours. I'm just gonna sit here in the corner, and yeah, you just you have fun with that.
okay. Well, while Rex is moping over his sex life, sitting on the floor in the corner there, you need to get further in between there. That's it. Get nice and snug. Get nice and fat there. That's better. Anyway, so while Rex is contemplating his sex life, or lack thereof, the thing is what he doesn't realise is that you kind of get used to it after a while. He's kind of sad right now, the fact that he has no sex life. And the thing is between us, Chat, he doesn't need to be because, well, yeah. If it doesn't exist, I mean, there's no point crying over something that isn't there.
I'm a good person. I just want to entertain the world.
Yeah.
People are mean.
People are mean. Oh dear.
I'm a good person. You're all asses.
You're a good person. Holy shit.
Compared to the monsters in my chat room, I'm a saint.
Still, we could probably have Hitler and Stalin in this channel, and you would still be ranked. Whoa, maybe 2.
People are mean.
Yeah, we would still have to cast a vote for who's the worst person. So go on, Rex. Tell us the. Why don't you tell us about the wonderful humanitarian aid that you've done for the like of hipsters?
I rescued this bald eagle. He's American.
So you haven't done anything in aid of struggling hipsters then?
I
With the fedora hats
I
and...
sent them to heaven.
Oh, you sent them to heaven. Ah, right, I see.
Now they can have all the beef tongue they want.
Ah.
You guys are all
Wow.
monsters. No one loves Little Rex. Why won't people care about me? This eagle's name is Stephen Colbeagle the Eagle. Oh, ow, my back hurts.
He's not. He's well. Rexana isn't allowed to come out until she gets the boobs sorted.
You guys are all monsters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, wow. Okay, so what were we talking about?
I'm not that young, Devious. You're not that young, Devious. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not young at all. I don't think anyway.
Oh boy. Oh, okay. So
So what game were we talking about before you had your little emotional moment?
I legitimately have no idea. But we'll come back to that in a second, because it's now time for the one segment pretty much everybody loves about this channel. Like, it is the one thing people just love to see, because it is like the most entertaining thing to watch about how bad Twitch is. Devious, do you know what time it is?
Oh, is it you check the channels to see how well...
How much better am I than everyone else? Absolutely!
They weren't the words I was going to use, but yeah, let's go with that.
Yes, but what's so sad is we both know it's true, though. You and I both know. No matter how much crap you give me, we both know it's true.
It is actually true, strangely enough.
So let's see here. We got some guy watching YouTube. We got, I don't know what game that is, but that guy's also French.
Terms and conditions, but yeah.
That guy's French. That guy's doing a drunk stream with a black screen. That looks like League of Legends or Warcraft 3. That, I don't know what that is. That's some dude sitting in the dark. That is some guy doesn't know how technology works. That's a game. That looks like a legitimate talk show. That's a blank screen. That's a screen. That's, I think, a video. That's a game.
Like a legit talk show. Is it in English?
No, that's in some foreign booga booga language that doesn't matter to America. That's some dude, I think he's playing a game. That's Rocket League. That's a movie. That is some chick who's just a hooker. That's a French guy playing a game. That's a game. That's some chick eating. That's some Croatian chick, I think, talking, but she's probably not doing anything important. That's a dude who thinks he's better than he is. That's a nobody. That is nothing. That looks like a panel. That's a panel. That's a panel. That's Eve. That's a guy with 4 cameras in 4 rooms. That's a panel. That is a game. I think that's Counter-Strike. That's nothing. That's a chick who's obviously a whore. That's a chick who's obviously a whore. That's a nobody. That's a whore. That's a douche guy playing some snake game. And that's a douche canoe. So there you guys go. We got maybe 6 talk shows. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are in English, and only one of them actually entertaining. So you are welcome, mankind, for all the entertainment Devious and I bring upon you. Congratulations. Enjoy.
Oh, very true, Batgirl. They do have more viewers than us.
Oh, they do, but that's also because they also have a pair of tits and, like, no talent whatsoever. One of the most underappreciated female streamers I know of is actually BK. For the quality and how much class she carries herself with and doesn't flash her tits on screen. It's a shame for how underappreciated she actually is. Because if you go back and look at the people at the top of that list, they're all wearing tank tops. They're all pretty much trying to flaunt as much skin as possible without getting banned. What are your talents? My talents are the fact that I'm a good enough broadcaster where after 4 months, you still came back to the channel to come hang out and talk. Just saying.
That is actually a pretty big hit. That Batgirl. Yeah.
That's why. That's because Rex is terrible, so we just hang around to listen to Devious and Smash Rex. Man, you guys do whatever it takes. You know what? One thing you'll never see me do is complain. Ever. Bash on me all you want. Go crazy.
Well, we've always had that rule, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
You're a big grown boy. You can look after yourself. So...
pretty much the only rule
all
is...
the trolls that can come in, they can, take the piss as much as they like. The one kind of, not really unwritten rule, but the one kind of quiet rule that we have is that you don't take the piss out of the chat. You don't attack the chat.
Don't attack the chat. Don't attack the chat. Leave my mods the hell alone. I'm probably more anal about the mods rule than I am actually about the chat rule. Because this is my chat, so I assume that people here are not completely made out of paper mache. Like, I expect them to be able to take a few hits every now and then.
Well...
but my mods are pretty much a very strict, attack my mods and you will be banned almost instantly. So this guy saying like crying about his sex life not 10 minutes ago. You're right, it wasn't 10 minutes ago, it was 4. BK never streams anymore. That's a matter of circumstance. So I can't hit on BK. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Because I've seen how you hit on people, and your hit on people pretty much classifies as sexual harassment by any stretch of the law. So, yeah. We're gonna go ahead and say no. Oh my god.
Ooh, are you one of those ladies, Batgirl, that sends suggestive pictures to people?
Lady is a strong word. Like I feel it kind of diminishes the meaning of the word lady.
I am above the law.
Hey, you know what? The only way you're gonna get there is when you start believing it yourself. So good on ya. I'm a what? Oh, I'm a vigilante. Wow. I thought that said I'm a vignette. I'm like, what the hell is a vignette? Oh, shame, Rex. You know what? Not that shame. Just saying. I calls him like I sees him. Okay.
Well, anyway, what games were... Before we've been, like, crazily sidetracked here, what games were we talking about? I know the last game I talked about was Dead by Daylight as an allude to how, you know, Dreadnought and Fractured Space bringing one out as well, and the Friday the 13th game, and someone bringing out Dead by Daylight, which, I might also add, I'm liking the look of.
Of Dead by Daylight?
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really give an opinion. I'm trying to research it now, but it's giving me a lot of weird results. But the one thing actually I do want to really talk about though, and we're a little late to the party on this one, but it is kind of still a relevant topic because, well, Blizzard's letting it be a relevant topic. Thank you, Blizzard. The shutting down of Nostarius. Did you? Now you had to have heard.
Yes. I was all over this. I found out about this like the hour after it happened, and the only thing that I could say the reasoning was at the time was, are Blizzard going to bring out vanilla servers? That's the only reason I can think of it happening, because they've hit the biggest vanilla server.
I don't
They
think
hit the most popular one. They didn't hit... well, actually, it turns out that they may be releasing a vanilla.
No. That's not vanilla. No. What they said was they're going to release what's called a pristine server, meaning it's going to be Warlords of Draenor or Legion, and it's just going to have all the leveling boosts removed. All of them. That's all it means. They're not actually releasing a vanilla server. They're just going to release the current expansion with vanilla style like leveling, but nothing major. So this is why like no one was happy about this notice when it came out. When they said like we're thinking about pristine servers and here's how it would work, pretty much the collective voice said nope, that's an awful idea. What I actually think is going to happen is they're currently in talks. I know they're talking to the guys at Nostarius right now because they were running it, and they're probably what they're gonna do is end up bringing that team on, and since that team was already recreating the original vanilla world, they'll probably just end up using their system and just implementing that if they choose to go the vanilla route. They're not going to rebuild vanilla WoW, because according to Blizzard, which I think this is a complete and total crock of crap, is they say that they do not have the source code anymore, that the source code for original WoW does not exist. I have a very hard time believing that. Like somewhere on some server has to be the original source code. But I could be wrong. But it's one of those things that Blizzard even said in their legal statement.
I completely agree with you. I mean, they say they didn't have their original source code. I call bollocks. Because, I'm sorry, the data farms that are available to them. And, yeah, you don't... The thing, we all do it. And it's industry practice that you don't overwrite your old code.
Right.
You copy and paste, and you build on the second version. So you've always got something to go back to.
Yeah, exactly. Just always have a backup. You have to always have a backup ready to go.
Yeah.
And being Blizzard, I'm sure they have multiples of multiple backups. They have backup servers for servers that are backing up stuff.
Well, yeah, they've got their own server farms, and I'm sorry, but the petabytes of data that they will have available, I call complete and total bollocks.
You garbage.
That is a good one, Batgirl. I like that one.
I like that one too. That one's pretty funny. But yeah, like it's just it's such a crap answer. And I was happy that they finally came out when they came out with their official statement said the reason why we had to shut down the stars is because we have no other way to protect our intellectual property if we let it keep going. Which is true. That is
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sorry, these are people who are enjoying what WoW used to be, not what WoW is.
Mm-hmm.
There is no IP there. There is no IP protection because they are not making off what money off what WoW was.
No, but they
say themselves
they are
that
using
it's a
assets.
completely different state.
They are using assets completely and totally taken from World of Warcraft because it is World of Warcraft.
No, I agree. Yeah, that particular section is fine, but when you talk about protecting assets and then I just disagree with it.
Look, I'm not happy in. It's funny because when I was watching Co-optional last night, and you have not hit this part yet, but they talk about the Nostarius server. And TB, of course, is just being regular TB, just a fucking like tool bag essentially. Like, don't get me wrong, I've talked to John. I've like way back I would talk to John when Vanilla WoW was an actual thing. Okay, like not Burning Crusade, when it was actually Vanilla WoW, or was it Vanilla WoW? It may have been Burning Crusade. Whatever, it doesn't matter. You know what? He was going just off about like how he can't support like the stealing of assets and copyright infringement and all that, and I get that. I totally get that. Yeah, I, on the other hand, am not the size of TB. I say go forth and make your private servers. Do it.
Well, that's the thing. They've made all the resources available.
Who has?
Nexus, the server that got shut down.
Nostarius, okay.
Nostarius, sorry.
Yeah. The more you play through, the harder I get. Oh, and this is what makes the chat so good some days. So good. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad.
Oh, you won't cut me off. Yeah, it's just.
I want. You know what? I think this would have been a good way if Blizzard had not been so short-sighted and so militant in how they made World of Warcraft operate, and always kept a backup server for the last edition of the game, meaning like the last expansion. They would never have had to worry about creating classic realms. They would have always had them, because really...
Yeah, for me, this problem doesn't exist. The only way that they are losing money is if they bring out these old-style things.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time they're losing money, because what they have now doesn't exist anymore. By their own volition, it doesn't exist anymore.
Right. So, and one thing I do know is, like, for a charity event, they sold off the actual servers hosting World of Warcraft. And, like, TB has one sitting in his living room. And it's like, that may not have been the best of ideas. It's like, you probably should have kept at least one of those old servers just kind of as a backup. Because,
well, again, still, it's just, the data is still there.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to, you can back up the data. Just because they're selling a server, doesn't mean it's got any information on it.
That's true. That is very true. But I think they're just being very short-sighted. They're leaving a lot of money on the table, and that's this term that's getting thrown around a lot right now in the gaming world. But they really are. Like, Nostarius, regardless of what the numbers actually were for Nostarius, we know they were in the tens of thousands. We know that for a fact. The exact number, whether it was 100,000 or a million or like 15,000, we'll never know that number for sure. But we know for a fact it was in the tens of thousands, and that alone is enough reason and enough kind of business sense to kind of put that out there. Just one server. You need just one to host 15,000 people. That's fine. And I can guarantee you the maintenance and all that will not be too bad. And if you hire the Nostarius team to do it and give them the resources, you know what? They'll make that thing they'll make that whole world come alive again. And
like I say, from the business and corporate point of view, Blizzard would look at that and go, that's 10,000 subscribers that we don't have.
Mm-hmm.
And with Blizzard subscribership or World of Warcraft subscribership falling, as it has done steadily, for a while, it peaks up again every time they release a new
expansion,
but it falls off again. Yeah, and the thing is sort of like there are other things out there. So now Blizzard's turning around and going, well, this is like 10,000 players that we could have on our servers playing our game. And the thing is they're not there because they don't like the game that Blizzard created or that Blizzard have moved on to. So that's the issue. I mean, you make that niche, that server wouldn't have existed.
Right. But that's not nerdy. That's depressing. Real nerds don't use laptops. Very true, actually. Very, very true. Real nerds do not use laptops. Poor people use laptops. Real nerds have setups. Like Devious and I, we have setups. Right, buddy?
Yeah.
What was I going to say, though?
Hipsters use Apple, but that's another thing.
Well, they can use their Apple. Maybe I'll put... that's how I'll get them into the ovens. I'll put an Apple logo on the side of it.
Yeah.
They'll walk. I won't even have to force them. They will
probably skip in there and say that the new Apple gas is so tasty.
Oh my god. Not only can I put an Apple logo, I can charge them to go into the oven.
Yeah.
I can actually make money on my own Holocaust. I'm a genius.
Now you're thinking like Apple.
Oh, I have a computer in the arm's reach of my bed. Yeah, I've got a few of those. I have, at any given time, I have these two devices. I have my NVIDIA Shield. I have my Surface tablet, all within arm's reach of my bed. Always. I want a MacBook Pro. I know a fantastic place you can buy one, but it does have an admissions charge. And you might only get to use it for a few minutes. I also want to be a graphics designer. That is no longer a reason to keep picking Apple. Back in the 90s,
in fact, it never has been for the last, over a decade?
Oh, almost 2 decades now, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost 2. Because back in 1999, Apple was so well optimized for RAM utilization, it was the hands-down choice if you were doing graphics. I know because I was doing graphics way back in freaking junior high. We had all Apple computers because they were so much better. Nowadays, you have PCs. You got so much more stuff available to you. I only want a Mac product for graphics.
Again, you don't need to at all.
Yeah, you're wrong.
You'll actually get a worse.
I actually don't know how to tell you how badly you're throwing your money away at that point. If you buy an Apple computer
if you are actually serious about it, go down the Syntec route. Syntec, yeah. They do the all-in-one tablet PCs that you actually draw on.
Okay.
And there are some, beginning with M, there's another competitive model, but it's actually still really good. But it doesn't have the Syntec price tag. But definitely look into those. If you want to go down the art routes, then they're the things that you want to go for.
Yeah. It's a setup thing, and the school I want to attend requires MacBooks. Better idea? Find a better school. Just saying.
I wouldn't attend that school just because of that rule.
Yeah, I would honestly walk away from that school. If any of my schools ever said you need to have a Mac, I would be like, you know what? I'm good. I'll go to this school over here. Because
I'm sorry, if the education system in place at this college or this school thinks that somehow there is some kind of again, it's sort of like it's education. Why would you? Why would you go to a school that is teaching you something blatantly wrong and ignorant?
Yep. Let's see here. I'm pulling up Apple's Apple Store right now because I want to see something. I want to see what I can buy, and we got to go to Apple America for this. Apple US. There we go. Oh, god damn it.
See, I agree with Jenks. I mean, if they require MacBooks, they are not in a fit position to teach.
No, they're really not. Nope, they are super duper not. Okay, so she wants a MacBook Pro, she said?
The Pro version, yes.
Okay. I got it here. Let's take the most top-end model I can get. We're just going to select the most top-end model, okay?
Now, bear in mind the top-end model would only have something like 8 gig of RAM or something like that.
I know, I'm upgrading everything. I'm going to make this thing as expensive as I possibly
You're going to make... Oh, okay.
I'm going to make this as expensive as I can. And my current price tag, oh my god. That is obscenely high. Holy shit. Okay. Let me get to Newegg now, and let me find laptops. This is going to be just absolutely stunning. And I know you guys can't see anything yet. I'm going to switch it over afterwards.
You're gonna be able to find some kind of like dual SLI laptop.
You don't even, dude. I'm going to tell you right now. Hey, I can't write in TeamSpeak. Can you give me permissions for that, please?
Oh, right, sure, yeah.
Thank you.
Server group assigned.
Thank you.
There you go, dude.
Okay, let's get you this graphics card. We're going to give you a full desktop style graphics card in your computer, okay? And give you this much RAM. Okay, perfect. Got it. I got it. Okay, guys, here we go. Are you ready to see this thing? Here is the maxed out Apple computer. $3,279. The specs are, it's 13 inches with Retina display, so I guess that's 4K. An i7 processor, which is they don't even say which one it is. I don't think it's Skylake. You have 16 gigs of low power RAM, which is what you find in a phone. You have a 1 terabyte PCIe flash storage, Intel Iris graphics, so you have Intel HD graphics. Okay? That's $3,200 before taxes. MSI.
$1,200 for an Intel graphics system.
MSI. Right off the bat, you have a GTX 980. Not 980M, 980. What I'm using
in 980 version, yeah.
What I'm using in my tower right now is what's in this
VR
computer.
with that laptop. Holy fuck.
You have a 6th gen Skylake processor at 2.9 gigs stock, 32 gigs of RAM, a 1 terabyte hard drive, a 512 SSD, 17.3 inches, 1920 by 1080, and a Blu-ray burner for $2,900. Congratulations, you're welcome. Your Mac is a piece of crap. Enjoy that.
Word. Oh dear. That's just not even funny.
I know, right? Dude, it's sad how pathetically bad those computers are. Like, oh my god, $3,200 for Intel graphics.
Wow.
Like, part of me wants to cry a little bit right now just for everyone who buys a Mac computer.
But we have a guest.
Who the hell do we have? Where? Who?
Well, Jenks has decided to drop by.
What? Where at?
User was moved to your channel.
He's now here.
I can't see anything in the server.
I didn't want to actually interrupt there.
Oh, what's up, Jenks? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, that was real. That was crazy.
So
yeah, I remember looking at Max years ago, and it was like 800 pound for a couple of gig of RAM. And it's like, what the fuck? I can buy that for a PC for about £100.
Yeah.
Why is it so much more expensive?
Yep.
Never wanted to touch one since.
Nope. I looked at buying one way back in 2008. Super glad I didn't. And now it's like that computer I just showed you, that MSI, that will last you as a laptop easily for the next 5-6 years without batting an eye. That MacBook will be outdated after next month.
There is one note with that laptop. My brother's got one. You really do have to buy the extras, like the better power supply, because if he's playing a high-res game and doesn't have it plugged in, it'll last about 20 minutes. If it's plugged in, it'll last him about 6 hours, but it still drains the battery.
Oh, for the MSI?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have an MSI. It's very much like that. Yeah, it will just. It doesn't drain my battery if I have it plugged in, but like if I don't have it plugged in, dude, that battery just go, and your frame rate just drops to like nothing.
Well, he's got one with the 980 in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have the old 675 MX, which is like the GTX 770 prototype card. So.
Wasgap. Is this guy speaking through a potato? I don't know, Jenks. How is your headset? Still held together with tape?
It is indeed held together with tape and superglue, sadly.
Unfortunately, Waz, this gentleman...
Here, you guys talk, I'll be right back.
I don't want to call him a hipster, but he's still on one of those... do you remember, ages and ages and ages ago, where all keyboards used to be this kind of like weird off-cream colour, and you could only press like 2 keys at once. If you tried to press a third key, the keyboard just wouldn't register it. And, they were very... every office had this kind of like bulky, chunky kind of keyboard, because they were just like robust. He has one of those keyboards. And if you could get a typewriter to plug into a USB port or a PS2 port, I think he would use that. I don't know if he's a hipster or whether he's just cheap.
Hey, let's be honest. I did upgrade to a, in quotes, gaming keyboard a while back, and it lasted me about 2 days. And
You
keys...
bought a pile of shite.
Yeah, pretty much. But it was, more expensive than this. And it's like the keys were just shit. The whole thing was crap. So it's like, fuck it. I'll stick with a Microsoft Office keyboard that actually functions.
Yeah, but you got this keyboard that was basically the bottom of the rung on the new anything with gaming on it. And they call it a gaming keyboard just because it's got some lights on it or something like that. No, it's a shit keyboard. But
to be fair, the only problem I had with the keyboard was certain keys didn't register properly. Apart from that, the keyboard was quite robust. It had a metal case, it had drainage holes in case you spilt your drink and all that stuff. It was pretty good. Apart from, I think, 2 keys wouldn't register properly when you press them. So he was like smashing your keyboard with a hammer to try and press the buttons. So I just got rid of it.
And hey, Steve.
What are we talking about?
The fact that I can't quite work out whether Jenks is a hipster or not.
Because I heard us talking about something about keyboards.
Yeah, Jenks is still on sort of like an old Microsoft Office keyboard.
Sorry.
Those ancient old clicky clacky ones from like the 90s. Those keyboards.
Those keyboards are genuinely crap.
I've got a Packard Bell keyboard somewhere.
But you know what's not a crap keyboard? The Cooler Master Keys keyboard. These mechanical switches come in red, blue, and brown, and you guys can program them to have whatever kind of rainbow effect you want, long and short form. If you're a gamer on the go, make sure you grab the short. All you're missing is those number keys you never use anyway because you're not an accountant. Remember, guys, it's the Cooler Master Keys. Click my Amazon link below to get one of yours today. I am gonna make a sellout emote later on today.
Shameless.
Dude, that I came back and I heard keyword. That's what all that furious typing was just now. I was like, gotta get it loaded.
Then again, you are also talking to probably one of the few gamers who doesn't have a chair, plays on a coffee table, and uses a plank of wood as a mouse mat.
No, actually, you and Legendary Leah are the same person right now, except the only difference between you and her is you're not flashing your vagina on the screen.
That's because I don't have a vagina. But I'm sure if I did, it would definitely buy me a new headset, mouse, and keyboard.
Yeah, fucking right. You aren't wrong. You're not wrong.
That was actually something we never got to talk about the other day, Devious. And, Jenks, do you know who Legendary Leah is?
I do not know.
Do you know who Soda Poppin' is?
Nope.
Okay, Soda Poppin' is probably one of the biggest streamers on all of Twitch TV. Like, he pulls in a very... A low day for him is 10,000 people. That's a very low day. And he has a girlfriend named Legendary Leah, and she's a pretty blonde, you know, kind of she's a pretty blonde. Anyway, apparently they're at a wedding, and I guess she hurt her ankle, like, you know, swinging from the chandelier or something. And she gets up and she has to she lifts her leg like dog style, like their dog's gonna take a piss, and just straight, like, they say she flashed her vagina. Now, I have examined this video from every conceivable angle for the purposes of research. Okay? Yes. Research. That should stick.
Can I get some masturbation material out of this?
No. For the purposes of... I've looked at it from both a vagina enthusiast and as a medical professional. And I can tell you, this is the weakest argument I've ever seen for a girl, quote-unquote, flashing her vag on stream I've ever seen in my life. There is nothing there. You could have literally swapped it out for a shaved armpit and you never would have seen the difference. And they banned her for 30 days from Twitch. And it's that is excessive for all the bad shit she does. That is excessive for what actually happened. And
unfortunately, it is Twitch's train set, and we all abide by the very bizarre on-again, off-again rules that they choose to enforce however they wish.
Let's see here. Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. Leah confirmed has no vagina. Oh, man, that would have to be something you take up with Soda Pop and to kind of get the confirmation on that one. I saw meat flaps. Yeah, you kind of saw a meat bump. You kind of saw the bumpy part of her vagina, but you didn't see the actual you didn't see the meat and potatoes, as it were. Okay, you didn't see the good parts. You kind of saw it from the side.
Well, even so, if it was a flash, it was a flash, which is against.
It's a flash in the loosest sense of the word. You really could not see anything. Legitimately, you could confuse it for a thigh. And we all know, everyone in this channel knows, I am not Legendary Leah's biggest fan. But at that same time, though, I don't believe in being punished for something that really either A, did not happen, or B, was really not intended or your fault. I'll be honest with you.
I disagree.
Okay.
Because if you are running a channel, you are responsible for what's displayed on it, regardless.
But some stuff just happens.
So, for example, if you had me on Skype, and I suddenly got frisky and started doing the helicopter. Now, as kind of, bland and boring that would be for everybody in this chat, that would still get you instantly banned.
Yes, it would.
And that would be your responsibility.
Right. But this, if you got up and started doing the helicopter, though, there's really no way that no one can mistake it for what it is. That's pretty hard. This was, let me see if I can find the pictures. You can actually see what I'm talking about. I love how if I type in Legendary Leah, the first thing that comes up is slips. She has so many of these slip moments. Like, I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve to be banned for a lot of the stuff she does. I'm saying this
She is
particular
blatantly
instance.
exploiting her sexuality. I mean, that's perfectly fine because she brings in the people in droves, but she is blatantly exploiting her sexuality.
Yes. Oh, no,
in order
absolutely.
to do that.
And she deserves a lot. Like, she's been banned several times. Okay, she deserves every one of them. And I'm okay even with this ban, but it was
I
kind of
agree
just...
with Wally.
Which one?
I know why you ain't
Oh.
partnered and don't have a huge following. You don't have big tits. That's the key to the kingdom.
It really is.
Yeah, it is. We've talked about gamer girls. Well, actually, we do make the distinction on this channel. There is a difference between female streamers and cam girls. And there are plenty of cam girls out there who do exploit this. Who do exploit their sexuality in order to get views.
Yeah. And but that's what cam girls do, though. That's like literally their job, though.
Yeah, that really is.
Here we go. I think I got it. Of course they blurred it, so I can't. That picture's not usable. Not usable. Okay, come on. Seriously, Google. You are killing me over here, buddy.
Well, like I say, there is definitely the distinction between female streamers and cam girls.
Yeah, cam girl doesn't feel bad when they're naked on stream. But yeah, like Legendary Leah flashes her ass so much on stream. Like, she'll wear short skirts, and I mean, like, we all know I'm a pretty big fan of just, shorter the better kind of thing. But like the clothing she wears on her stream, it removes all mystery from her. Like, every ounce of mystery is just gone. And it's like, like, how now? Like, some of the stuff is like, how are you not banned for that?
Well, wearing revealing clothing is not
It's her
violating
thong.
Twitch
Like,
rules.
her dress is so short. Her thong is literally like it's above her thong. Like, her thong is popping out. And popping is a very liberal, like, lenient term. I mean, like, it's out in full force. And I wish I could show you, but I would get banned otherwise. So it's like, But yeah, I know, like, she's been causing waves all over Twitch, and it's like, I kind of want them to start cracking down on cam girl streamers like this, because it's getting a little bit ridiculous. I am fine with Twitch having, like, a cooking channel and an artist channel.
I think it should just have its own bracket. I don't think it should be out in amongst the games, because it's not. It's nothing to do with that. It's to do with farming donations from lonely guys who want, a provocative dance on screen.
Yeah.
And for that, there are dedicated websites.
The dude was literally talking about paying a girl $1,000 and the girl sleeping with a pro LOL player instead, cancer, AIDS. What? Okay. To this vid though, don't worry, Gross Score, your life isn't over. Plenty of jobs at McDonald's. Yeah, apparently Gross Score, another big streamer. I have no idea who this guy is. I heard about him through Drama Alert. Apparently he got banned because he said a commentator, I believe at ESL or one of the big esports leagues, was sleeping with like a 15-year-old, and he ended up getting banned because the claim was made up, and yeah, as a result, causing defamation of character and all that. Twitch banned him, and it's like, dude, how could you throw your career away like that? Like, streaming is honestly a dream, one of those dream careers. Like, you're paid to play video games, and you're paid better than the people who actually make the video games. Why would you risk your whole career like that? What was the point? And yeah, like, he's gone now, and Twitch will not unban him. Like, he's banned for life. Thoughts?
I mean, surely if he was a real nerd, what he would actually do is program Cortana to respond to things like open the masturbation station and get her to open porn. It's so much easier.
If he was doing something which is effectively illegal anyway, for example, defamation of character and so on and so forth, then is it within Twitch's... My actual thing on this is I'm a firm believer in the don't be a dick rule.
But yet we're friends.
If he did this without proof, then he was just doing it to create drama.
Yes.
And if that's the case, then yes, he deserves the ban. But if he did have some form of proof, then he should be able to say what he said.
Let's see here. Here's the quote. That's it then. It's over. I have been permanently banned from streaming on Twitch TV for harassment. It's 100% confirmed. Grosscore wrote on his Facebook page. My life is ruined. Everything is ruined. Everything I did is ruined. I fucked up. My life is destroyed. It's like, okay, that's...
Well, he's taken responsibility. Yes, it's a bit melodramatic, but he is taking responsibility for his actions. He realizes that he fucked up.
Okay, let's see here. Hang on. So I'm just reading this article here, trying to find like the part that matters. But I just came across this little nugget. What the hell's this? I just came across this little nugget. Grosscore rose to popularity as a master tier Twisted Fate player. His outspoken personality certainly had its critics. Grosscore accidentally showed his address on stream once. Both his fans and his haters got several things delivered to his house, from groceries to hookers.
And Steve OG says that, who's obviously familiar with Grosscore, I am not, but Steve says Grosscore revolves around drama. He's one of those types of streamers. I think Twitch might be getting sick of that click and the shitty things that they do. And I honestly agree with you on that, because there was I can comment on something that I did see recently, and that I wasn't involved in, but I did see develop before my very eyes. The YouTuber Drama Alert. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Killer Keemstar?
That's him.
I love Keemstar. Love him.
Yeah, well, he is doing he's profiting from bitch fights and actually goes out of his way to provoke them.
Yeah.
The thing is, he, or his sources, as he claimed, called out a particular 65-year-old gentleman for being a paedophile who'd served prison time for grooming someone on RuneScape. On the game RuneScape. Immediately, all his followers descended on this poor bloke, reduced him to tears on stream, and it was...
It happened to be a mistaken identity too, though, because the guy did look a lot like...
It was completely mistaken identity. It was. This wasn't the guy. He had nothing to do with this. He was just some lovely old guy who was retired and liked to play RuneScape, and liked to play it because he liked the people in the game, and and all that kind of stuff. It was just the whole RuneScape thing. It, became his life in his retirement.
Right.
And yes, it was a complete case of mistaken identity. And it was genuinely horrific to watch that fallout.
Yeah.
He could have ruined someone's life there. But Keemstar, to his credit, what little I can give him, is he did do a lot to apologize and make known that this was a case of mistaken identity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he
despite being called out.
Keemstar has issued a lot of apologies when he's screwed up on something. He's been a man about it, and I'll give him that. Is he stirring the pot with drama?
That is something very important, I have to say. But you have to... it's like newspapers issuing a retraction that's... you print a full-page spread. You're on the front page, Rex. You're a paedophilic drug abuser, who beats women and things like that.
Sounds accurate.
Now, could you imagine the fallout from that kind of thing on a front page major newspaper and having, various news articles? Can you just imagine the fallout from that?
Yes.
Now, imagine their apology being a tiny 5-word, "Oh yeah, we messed up,"
Yeah.
a couple of days away.
Yeah.
On the back pages. That's not an apology, because you have to use your resources to, if you put that shit on the front page, you have to apologize on the front page.
Right.
In my humble opinion.
Yeah. No,
I
agree.
believe in some places it is actually still considered. Sorry about that. It's still considered against the law, even if they redact the statement or change it. It was still a defamation of character, and you can still be done for it, even if it's corrected.
Oh yeah, no, and that law I know exists in a few places, but like in terms of like Keemstar and how he's doing Drama Alert, you know what? Does he stir the pot? Absolutely. Is he profiting like a madman? But I will say this: I watch enough Drama Alert, and pretty much by I say enough, I mean I've watched every single episode that he's ever put out. The guy is been stand up enough to own when he screwed up on something. And I think that's a big difference between like Keemstar and Grosscore. Grosscore said this stuff, he stirred the drama pot, and didn't really say anything about it until after the judgments were handed out. Whereas Keemstar has been very proactive on his on reacting quickly to when something's gone wrong. And I think that just makes him a better broadcaster. But speaking of the drama that's been exploding because of Drama Alert. Make no mistake about it. It is Drama Alert that has pushed this YouTube thing like crazy. And I don't care what anyone thinks about it. To Killer Keemstar, good on you for freaking nailing that niche market so hard.
Again, you're talking from business point of view, not a moral or,
There is no place for morals in business.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't. There's no place for morals.
There is.
Look, if there was a place for morals, Apple would not be as big as they are right now, because their computers would not be that expensive for how crappy they are. What the hell was that?
That has nothing to do with morals.
No, it is morally
stupidity.
unethical to sell a 13-inch computer for $3,000. That is morally unethical.
Somehow I don't think that quite reaches the level of calling someone a paedophile.
Oh, I agree, but this was, once again, we're talking from the concept of business.
I would personally say taking advantage of stupidity is perfectly acceptable, because, let's face it, that's how business works. But putting something like the paedophile label against someone, that is serious.
That is serious.
And people get a lot of shit for that. It's not just like you can retract to that. They could have already been put in hospital by someone. It's not that far-fetched.
I think Keemstar did his damage control so he didn't have a completely ended career, because if he hadn't spoken out about this and charges were pressed for defamation of character, he would have been shut down in an instant.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, you guys keep talking now. I have to. This is actually a business thing I'm doing right now, so you guys talk.
Well, Steve says the world is corrupt. You have to have a balance of good morals and bad. And very true. I mean, you can't very well expect, to be nice to everyone and everyone to be nice to you. You have to be able to unleash the beast occasionally.
Okay, cool. I'm back.
Yes, taking advantage of the stupid is huge. I work at a vape shop at the moment. I know firsthand.
Yeah, vaping. That's been he's only sorry because he was banned. Pretty much, yeah, that's how it came across. In his apology, did that not, Devious? It's like, I'm sure I said something that got me banned, and it's like I screwed up hard. God, vaping is so funny. Like, I have no personal stake or interest in vaping whatsoever. I think it's a cool idea. I think it definitely has its own merits and grounds to stand on. But some of the stuff I see coming out, like, vaping is worse than cigarettes. Cigarettes are worse. Cigarettes are better than vaping. It's like,
That is patently idiotic.
Does it fucking matter? Like, it's like Christian people who come after me for watching porn. It's not your dick. Piss off.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, I don't care what you think. Your opinion means less than nothing. Not your opinion, Devious. I love you. We'll always be together.
Well, actually, I kind of agree with you there, Steve. If they're a decent person to you and treat you like a human being, then yeah, give them a little bit of a discount. If they're a dick, oh yeah, get that full price all day, definitely.
I'm
Don't
always
get
nice
all
to
the extra
salespeople.
bolt-ons.
What, Jenks?
Full price and all the extra bolt-ons.
Yeah. Gotta get that cream on the top, baby. That accessory money.
Mm.
It's like, it's all about that accessory
Vaping
cash.
is something I've looked into a lot, and in the UK and the EU, it's being driven heavily by regulation. Unfortunately, in America, it's driven by, well, it's driven by fucking media, bizarrely, and the bullshit that they put forward.
Mm-hmm. Actually, speaking of
Shit out
America,
it, Steve, definitely.
Speaking of America, I saw this beautiful post on Reddit before I went to bed this morning. It said there was a guy that had a sign that said "free hugs," and there was the guy that was next to him said "deluxe hugs, $2 extra." It's like that is capitalism at its finest. Oh God. Big Tobacco are trying their hardest to kill it. Science has come out with proof. You know what? I'm sure Big Tobacco is all over trying to prevent this. Of course, you're cutting into their profit margins massively.
Yeah, and this is one of the reasons why. You may know this or may not, Steve. A couple of tobacco companies in the UK have bought out vape technology companies.
Oh, wow.
Because they want to get in on this $5 billion marketplace.
Is it really that high?
Oh god, it's fucking huge, dude.
Holy
I mean,
crap.
they've outright banned smoking in public places in the UK,
Yeah,
so
same in
people have
Canada.
to do something else. So vaping took over.
Pretty much,
The
yeah, in
vaping's
Canada
cool.
the same way. It's like, if you want to smoke, go to your house.
Yeah. So, what other option do you have? You have vaping, which is, well, it's much safer.
It looks better.
Even the fact that they claimed that they found formaldehyde. There was a huge report a little while ago, claiming that you inhale formaldehyde, but the thing is they said it was like just breathing in formaldehyde. It's not. It is. The level of formaldehyde is stronger in a cigarette than it is in vaping, and the level in vaping is stronger than breathing fresh air, but the amount is like 0.1 parts per million.
Okay, here's the thing.
We're talking you would have to breathe for a week.
Here's the thing. You want your body to be
vaping
absolutely healthy?
In order to get... Sorry?
You want your body to be absolutely healthy? Roll the goddamn clock back 10.2 million years. Because guess what? Everything in today's world, and I mean everything you put into your body is harming you on some level. Absolutely everything.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Because, there's people in the UK that think it's idiotic that you don't wash your vegetables. You've bought them from the store. Like even your fresh farm produce. Like if you don't wash your vegetables before you prepare and cook them, they think you're absolutely insane. But these people do have a point. Pesticides and chemicals and bacteria in the ground that don't belong on the inside of your body.
Yeah.
No matter how natural you think it is, no matter how back to nature you think you're going, that shit doesn't belong inside your body.
Yeah, and like some of the stuff didn't exist, for up until a few thousand years ago. So like, what the hell? Like it doesn't. You have to wash. Okay, I wash my produce mainly because I want to get the mouse feces off of my food before I put it in my goddamn body. Because I prefer not to ingest the hantavirus. But that's just me. You want to be back to nature, man? You go for it. You get all up in that hanta. You go for it.
Yes, Steve, exactly. That stuff was from that they were China-based ones. In the UK, it is very strictly regulated. It's with and it's used with pharmaceutical grade, not even food grade components. They use pharmaceutical grade, and pharmaceutical grade is, as you know, at pharmaceutical levels, it's 99.999% pure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, between 99.9 and 99.995% pure.
Yeah. No, I think vaping is a great idea. I like it because it doesn't, when people do it around me, it doesn't make my shit smell. Like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
it doesn't seep
Yeah.
into my goddamn hoodies where I have to go home and wash my hoodies. It doesn't seep into my goddamn computer where it smells like smoke now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if like there were sometimes I'd be at the lab back in Iowa, I'd be recording on my laptop because I have my USB mic. I don't have a microphone that smells like smoke now. It's not getting smoke damaged. If for that alone, for that reason alone, the fact that it benefits me in by proxy, I am all in favor of vaping. Now,
Yeah, me
if
too.
it ends up killing you, I'm gonna be honest. I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
No, I legitimately just
it's
do
a
not
life
care if you end up
choice, the
dying
same
from
as anything
vaping.
else.
Not my problem. That was a choice you made. All I know is you died, and guess what? I can still sell my laptop at a reasonable resale rate because it doesn't smell like cigarettes now.
Not only that, but any like person that really owns a computer and smokes and has moved on to vaping will know how little shit sticks to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you've smoked and cleaned out a computer, you know how much tar and all that other shit just sticks to the dust and your fans and your heat sinks.
Yeah.
Vaping, not even anywhere near as bad.
No, of course not, because it's vapor.
Exactly. So,
But like that I don't know if you were here at the very start, but the audio interface I'm revisiting for a review. The girl I sold to, I guess she keeps it at her boyfriend's mother's house, and she apparently must be smoking because that unit smells like fucking cigarettes.
User joined your channel.
And it's like, oh dear God, like why?
Hey, Tim.
Hey, Furball. How you doing, buddy?
you're right.
Pleasure seeing you.
Wow,
Tim,
you sound
this is
American.
Rex. Rex, this is Tim.
Hi.
Rex is a
Streamer.
fellow streamer.
What up, Rex?
What up, yo?
Tim runs the Insert Coin Theater stream.
Oh, okay. Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and I assume that you are the Lil Rex. I have you
Yes.
followed, I believe. I've
Yes.
seen your stream a few times.
Yeah.
Streaming right now.
Yeah, we're actually we're
alright.
like literally in the middle of our show.
Oh, I apologize for.
No,
interrupting.
man, you're good. Don't worry about it.
This is an
so
open
rude,
team
Tim.
speak. If well, actually, if I thought we were going to be this popular today, I would have created another channel. But I actually thought it was going to be quiet today.
Come on. Oh, dude, it's
course
4 in
not.
the afternoon. You and I both know when we stream, if we start at noon, our peak people will not come in until like 2:30, 3 o'clock. Like, you and I both know that. In fact, that's actually why I experimented so much with different streaming times, was to capitalize the most on viewership. And to be honest with you, if I really wanted to, like, make this show the absolute, and I mean legitimately, like, the #1 spot on the talk show, I would stream at, like, 3 o'clock in the morning. Because at that point, there's, like, 400 viewers in all of Gaming Talk Show, meaning there's no one here.
Yeah, but there's 400 people in Gaming Talk Show that aren't doing gaming talk shows.
Right, exactly. But I would clearly be the #1 channel then at that point because there's no one else to compete with. Like, okay, even right now, as I'm doing this show, I still have no competition. But I mean, I have even less competition than I do now if I came at 3 o'clock in the morning. But that's one of those things. It's like, I don't want to go through that much effort because that's a lot of effort. Like, that's if you're already making, like, you know, Towley level money where you can start experimenting with different stream times. Steve OG, if you stream at 3 a.m., you'll get all the EU people. That's actually the underlying premise behind the 3 a.m. time slot, is because it's EU centric and because it caters so much to those 12-year-olds that just have that sweet, sweet soda poppin' viewership.
It's a good term.
I disagree, but yeah.
No, there's nothing to disagree on. Like, 3 a.m. is an incredibly
Well,
EU-centric
yeah,
time.
you get
That's why-
them, but it doesn't mean that you have to like them. I know I don't.
Oh, I don't. Oh, hey, I don't care about them as actual people. I care about them as metrics. Once again, this channel doesn't mince words. Like, you can't mistake what I'm going after when I try and do something. You know exactly what I'm after. I'm after viewership, I'm after fame, I'm after power. I'm after all those three things. And if I have to come at 3 o'clock in the morning to grab that sweet, sweet soda poppin' numbers, then, you know what? At some point, I might actually try and make that leap and go for it. Right, Tim?
Hey man, you got to do what you got to do.
There you go. See, he gets the
Oh
soda.
yeah, you do.
He knows all about that soda poppin' hype train.
Well, I've heard about it. I'm not. I don't really partake in that soda pop and hype train at all. I cater to who I cater to.
we are mature geeks and nerds.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm popping off myself. I'm gonna go get my soda poppin' crew and stream myself. So you guys have a great show. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
Hey,
man,
no.
you're good. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Take
Tim,
it easy.
See ya.
Did you want to like jump on for some games and stuff, or?
Yeah, I was gonna see if you were free for Dreadnought.
Yeah, no,
'cause I
actually,
haven't played that
we're,
yet, but...
it's already 4:30, man. Actually, we've gone like an hour and a half way over time.
Yeah, we've been talking shit for quite a while now.
Although entertaining shit though.
Let's be honest. If Rex is talking, it's talking shit.
That is true.
No, this is true.
I am pretty much the best shit talker on Twitch right now, so you know, I got that going for me. But actually, yeah, okay, yeah. Here, actually, we'll wrap the show up, and then yeah, Divas can join you for actual like games and things he enjoys.
Actually doing some fun stuff.
Whoa,
Gaming.
hurtful.
Wow.
Hurtful.
Oh, come on.
I'm saying
You're telling
Batgirl
me
was
that
super
your
happy to
show
see
is
you.
more entertaining than actually playing games. I don't think there's any one person out there. I don't even think Total Biscuit could actually say that his show is more entertaining than actually playing the games.
We'll agree to
Exactly.
disagree on that one.
I am going to disagree and say it depends what sort of show you're watching.
I will be honest, like I enjoy some other like some of the one time a week talk shows, the ones that aren't as good as mine, so that they can do it every day. Some of them I enjoy quite a bit, more than the games I'm actually playing. But that's just me, and that's a topic we'll handle on another day, probably probably Monday, since I don't have to go to school till Wednesday. Yeah,
Hopefully never.
that's hurtful. I thought you enjoyed your time here.
The barbs are flying.
I thought we were becoming a bromance team. Like I thought you, me, and Davis were gonna have like a bromance threesome. But no, apparently you just want to sit on the sidelines and watch, which is fine. That's okay.
Well, let's be honest. It doesn't matter whose stream I'm watching. I'm taking the piss.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is true.
You're
This is
European.
kind of
Essentially,
Kemp's
that's
job.
just you're European. I don't even know if that can actually be like kind of an attitude anymore. It's more just kind of ingrained into you from birth. It's like a brand.
Well,
But guys,
I'm European as well.
yes, I know, and that's why you do it all the time.
That's
All
why we're
the time.
superior.
All the time. Okay, guys. But I've been Rex. This has been your Daily Chat, episode 124. I want to thank so much to Devious for joining me, like always, my beautiful, beautiful co-host. Thank you to Jenks and Tim for popping in for the last little bit there. It's nice to meet you guys. It's nice to hear somebody who sounds American. Thank God.
It was a pleasure.
Like,
Don't need that racism in here.
now, is it racism or is it
US
xenophobia?
master
I'm
race.
pretty sure this one's xenophobia.
Take care, chat. It's been a pleasure as always.
Yes, guys,
Take care.
I've been Rex. This is your Daily Chat 124 for April the 29th, 2016. Make sure you check out the links below for G2A and Amazon. Make sure you check out our sponsor, Cooler Master. And check out their Master Case 5 and their Master Keys keyboards. I will see you guys all on Monday. Hopefully, showtime is still not pinned down because, frankly, I'm enjoying my sleep as I want to. So I'm live whenever I feel like it. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Check the YouTube channel, like, follow, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.